Perfect.
Hello, today I will show you how to prepare the beautiful île flottante or floating island. So, in order to make the île flottante, you need first to create a sweet tea, and this sweet tea will be a crème anglaise. Here I will show you express crème anglaise recipe. You will see this is not a classic method, but this is a method which I'm using at home. So, let's go. So first you take your 4 egg yolk, full fat, then you take heavy cream, half cup, then I'm using vanilla extract. Of course you can use vanilla bean. I use vanilla extract because it's cheaper, and we are making now express crème anglaise, or cheap express crème anglaise. So 1 teaspoon vanilla, and then sugar, 2 tablespoons. First one, 2. So I'm only adding 2 tablespoons sugar. You can add 3 tablespoons sugar if you like a crème anglaise which is more sweet. Then a pinch of salt, just to have more contrast. And now I'm using a little amount of cornstarch. So normally there is no cornstarch in the crème anglaise recipe, but I personally prefer to add a little amount of cornstarch in order to have a cream which is richer and smoother. But of course you're not forced to use it, but I personally add always a little quantity of cornstarch, and it's also easier to have at the end a nice final result. So as explained, you can add it or not. You can try it without and with a cornstarch, and then just write down a comment. So now all the ingredients are in the pan. Its recipe is almost finished. We will just go now on low heat and stir during all the time, and check the temperature with a thermometer. Ideally you have to reach the temperature which is 180 degrees Fahrenheit. You cannot go over the temperature, otherwise you will just destroy your cream. So let's go on fire. So as explained, now you stir everything together. Everything is cold. Now we are starting at low heat. So now the crème anglaise is ready. You can see the spoon is not clean. The cream stays on the spoon, it's okay. And then you have to check the bottom of the pan. And this means you have the good consistency, the good viscosity. And then you can switch off the fire and put the crème anglaise in the fridge. So our sweet tea is ready. Now we will prepare the island. The island is made with egg white. So you take 4 egg white, and then you place it in the clean bowl. 4 egg white. Then you start whisking the egg. And when it's foamy, then you can add your sugar. So here 2 tablespoons sugar. So, perfect.
Perfect.
So as explained, the name Île Flottante or floating island is a representation from an island floating on a sweet sea. So therefore here the preparation is very important. It's important to take a plate which this plate will be filled with crème anglaise, so it will be our sea, and then on this sea we will have our floating island. So in order to create the floating island, you can use your egg white, and then use a ramequin or a small bowl. Just have to fill it. And then this ramequin will normally be baked with steam baking, but here in this recipe we will use a microwave. So you just have to place this ramequin 20 seconds in the microwave, and then you will get more volume. This is like magic trick. Ta-da! So you see now we have already a nice island, and then you can take out the meringue, you see, and place it here directly. And then you just have to fill the plate with crème anglaise, and then it's almost finished. Now the last step is just to prepare our caramel. So for the caramel you start with sugar, quarter cup, and then water, 1 tablespoon. And then you just have to place the pan on the fire. So you see now the caramel is brown or is liquid. You can switch off the fire and then add here the cold butter. And stir all the time. Keep a clean bottom. So you see the pan is not on the fire. And when it's melted, you can add the heavy cream. And then you place it again on medium heat. And here you can adjust the viscosity of your caramel sauce. If you cook your cream at low heat during some minutes, then the viscosity of the caramel will increase. So then you can decide if you want caramel which is liquid or not, just by adjusting the cooking time. And now all is very fluid because it's hot, and of course when the sauce is cold, then the viscosity will be higher. Okay, so now we start a very important step. This is the preparation of the dessert. So this is one of the most important steps. So here I have my meringue, you see? So as explained, you can adapt the size of your meringue, the size of your island, and also the size of your sea, the size of your plate. You can have a big plate with 2 or 3 islands. I decided to take this plate. So let's go. So you take your crème anglaise. Crème anglaise is cold, coming from the fridge. Take one. Tac. And then you place here your floating island. Voilà. Then we have our caramel. And then I have some roasted almond. You can put it directly on the island. Voilà.